Hello, I'm Teacher Ivan from Wunna Educational Services. I welcome you to today's episode where we shall be discussing physics. And in today's lesson, I'm not alone. I'm with one of my students. Please, Mr. Sematengo Nicholas, you are most welcome.
Hello guys, I'm Sematengo Nicholas from Angel High School, Form 4, and I'm one of the partners of Wunna Educational Services, and I came to know about it by seeing an advert that was on Facebook last year.
Okay.
And there are some other platforms like Wunna Educational Services, that's Google, and there is also a website. When you have visited Google, then there are other platforms like Wunna e-learning platform
That is on YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah.
We also have Wunna Kids platform, Wunna Math channel, have Teacher Ivan's online class, among others. Please join our academic platforms so that we learn together as we enjoy together. So, Mr. Nicholas,
Yes.
today we are discussing physics,
Yeah.
but you choose a topic that you would like us to discuss.
I suggest we go for work, power, and energy. That is in physics.
Okay, so we are looking at work, power, and energy. Yes.
And under the topic work, power, and energy, I'm starting with work.
Okay, we shall be starting with the work.
Yeah.
So what are we discussing about work?
First and foremost, we have to know what work is.
Okay.
So, our dear teacher, can you please tell the learners what is work?
Okay, so you'll be asking as I answer?
Yeah.
Not me asking?
Yeah, this time round it will be the reverse.
Okay then. So, yes, he's the interviewer.
I'm the interviewer.
Then I'm the
you are
interviewee.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So yes, I'm asked to talk about work.
Yeah.
I'll start with the definition.
The definition of
Work is defined as the product of force
Yeah.
and distance moved in the direction of
Of a force.
And from that definition, we come up with the formula for work, which is
The
force times the distance moved. And from the very formula, we also derive the SI unit of work. Since force is in newtons
Yeah.
times the distance, which is in meters, therefore we shall have Newton meter. But when we multiply 1 meter times 1 Newton, we end up with what we call a joule. So the SI unit of work is a joule. Joule is defined as the work done when a force of 1 Newton is moved through a distance of 1 meter in the direction of
A force.
That's very important. Then maybe talk about more is when is work said to be
Yeah.
done.
When is work said to be done?
Yeah. Work is said to be done when force is applied on an object and that object
Is moved.
moves in the direction of
A force.
the force applied.
Yeah.
When I push a wall and that wall doesn't move, that
There is
means
no work
there is
done.
no work done. Oba tolina work. Siwe chini, siwe mugamba?
What do you know?
Tolina work. So, I think, is that enough concerning work?
Yeah.
Good. So, what else?
So, since we are under the topic work, power, and energy, we will be moving on to energy.
To energy.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what should we discuss about energy?
As we are introducing energy, then we have to first know what energy is.
Okay.
What
Yes.
is energy?
So, we shall be looking at what energy is.
Yeah.
After looking at what energy is, we shall also look at the forms of energy,
Sources of energy.
sources, and maybe the principle of conservation of energy. That's so important. So to begin with is the definition of energy. Energy is defined as the ability to do work or the capacity to do work, and the energy is measured in joules, just like work. When we talk about the forms of energy, we have different forms of energy.
The major ones being kinetic energy.
Okay.
We have potential energy.
Good. But we can combine the two. When we combine kinetic and potential, we end up with?
That's mechanical energy.
Very good. So we end up with mechanical energy. We have sound energy,
heat,
electrical energy, heat, yes.
And others.
We have chemical energy. We have various forms of energy. Then these forms of energy are being generated from what we call sources of energy. Right together. They are basically two types of sources of energy, which are renewable sources of energy and non-renewable sources of energy. Let us start with the renewable. Renewable sources of energy, these are sources that can be reused, such as the sun. We have running water, we have wind, we have geothermal, we have tides. Those things that generate energy, and these ones are non-exhaustible. Tebigwao. The sun will never get exhausted. It always shines every day. The wind blows every day. The tides, the running water from the rivers. So those are renewable or non-exhaustible sources of energy. We come to the other type, which is non-renewable or exhaustible. These are sources of energy that get used up or cannot be replaced. Basically, these are in forms of petroleum, minerals, coal, natural gas, among others. Those that get used up.
In summary, when a mineral is extracted, it is easily lost, so it cannot be renewed. It will be exhausted.
Okay. Then after that is briefly about the sources.
Yeah.
By the way, these sources have advantages and disadvantages. One of the advantages of renewable, it is always available. The sun always shines, and then it is less costly. However, the disadvantage is the initial costs are always expensive. For instance, if you want to use running water, you need a power station, which is very costly to set up. If you need to use wind, you need a windmill, which is expensive to set up. So the initial costs of using or getting energy from these sources are always high. When we come to non-renewable or the exhaustible sources, the advantage is that less quantity can be used to do bigger work or to produce more work. For instance, you use 1 liter of petrol to drive for 50 kilometers. So less quantity is required to produce great work. That's one of the advantages. The other one is that they are also readily available. They are all available, they are reliable.
Like this of ours here in Uganda,
yes,
which is now being extracted, which is crude oil, and it's transported to Tanzania
for refinery and maybe other things. The disadvantage is that Can you give me one of the disadvantages of non-renewable?
One of the disadvantages can be got from its very definition.
Very good. I've liked you from the definition, because they get used up. They get used up,
and once they get used up, they can't be
replaced. Yes, unless you buy others. So meaning it needs more continuous injection of money. The other one is they are unfriendly to the environment. They pollute the environment.
They are flammable.
Yes, and so
just
on.
like petroleum. It does not deal with fire.
So that has been the sources of energy. Let us look at the principle of conservation of energy. The principle states that
the principle for conservation of energy states that energy cannot. It states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, but it can be changed from one form to another.
Okay, you're almost there.
Yeah.
It states that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but transformed from one form to another. With the help of devices. We have devices that we use to transform energy from one form to another. For instance, you look at the electrical heater, transforms electrical energy to heat energy. And then we have the loudspeaker, from electrical energy to sound. Then from sound back to electrical, we can use a microphone. Did you know that?
I knew that.
Maybe. Good. So that is energy. I think we look at power.
Yeah. Let's move to power members.
So
and that's
how you're defining power.
Power.
Okay.
Remember that the other was I'm the interviewer, you're the interviewee.
Oh, right.
Now I can't define it.
Okay.
So help us define power.
Power is defined as the rate of doing work. The rate at which work is done, or the rate at which energy is transferred. That is power. Actually, power game man. Ate energy.
Energy is just the ability.
The ability of suppose, right? Good. So power is given by work done over time taken. Work done over time taken. But remember, work done is measured in joules. Time is measured in seconds, meaning it is joules per second. However, when we divide 1 joule by 1 second, we get what we call a watt. True?
Yeah. And help us define what a watt is.
My dear. That's yours.
That's mine. Okay. This is the product got when
product.
It is the product of 1 Newton.
Okay. Since you are the interviewer,
yes.
I'm the interviewee. Let me do my part.
My work.
A watt is the rate of doing work of 1 joule in 1 second. Are we together?
Yeah.
Good. Please, members, that has been for today's discussion. I'm teacher Ivan from Wuuna Educational Services. I'm with Mr. Sematengo Nicholas from
Angel High School.
Angel High School. Where is that?
That's Namasuba.
Namasuba.
Yeah.
Please, we meet next time. Bye-bye. Don't forget to follow
And
like, comment, share, subscribe to our YouTube channels. Bye-bye. See you next time.